we have reverse.
Can't believe this is happening.
Yeah! Well, welcome to my staff inspection. It's my 1955 Bel Air post car named Tri-5x-Fire. LS powered, got Magnuson Superchargers on top of it, backed by an American Powertrain T56 Magnum 6-speed. It's time to get Tri-5x-Fire to get a clean pass. If you're not really familiar with the car, if you are, last time you saw it, it was actually on Kall Out Kings, and we had some issues there. It's my daughter, everybody. Penny's asking why the trunk is, but you just noticed the trunk is black now? Yeah. Okay.
Was it gray before?
It used to be gray, yeah.
Did you spray paint it?
No, it's fiberglass now. It's not metal. As you notice here, I'm not actually at the donut garage. I'm actually in my driveway. The main reason why I'm here is because I live 50 plus miles away from the donut garage, and it makes it kind of difficult sometimes to work on my car at work. So it's here so I can just do dad things like hang out with my daughter, and we can work on the car in the driveway. So what do we have to do to Tri-5x-Fire? Well, there's things that were done to it because it was a mad thrash to get it ready for Winter Nationals. Have you ever worked on a car and you go, let's just get it good enough to run and we'll fix those things later? Yeah, usually those things don't even get fixed. You're just driving it until either it fails or that issue becomes more of a problem. There's several things that need to be done on the car. Number one, it doesn't have reverse. So I don't have a trailer and I don't have a truck to tow it, so I need to street drive this to the track. So we need to get it reverse. That's a big deal. Two, the front tilt doesn't actually open up on the fiberglass front end to tilt out of the way to work on it. It doesn't have enough clearance, and it actually hits the frame rail where the horns were on the front of the frame. It still hits it. I gotta trim that back. You can't really open the door on this side. This needs to be brought in a little bit. It can be achieved by shaving down a couple things, swapping out that nut for a thinner nut, and I should be able to get it a little bit closer. Put the headlights in it, put the turn signals in it, and I definitely want to get into fixing the grill opening. Think about designing an insert for it, cutting on the plasma table, making an interesting design, and cleaning this up a little bit. And I was talking about how the clip won't open properly. This is with the damage already done to it. It's too long, it needs to be cut back. So we'll get a protractor, match the ankles, cut it, measure it, cut it back, and this should tilt forward now, no problem. You need more water. Okay, I'm gonna get Penny some more water, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna tackle first. I think I'm gonna do reverse first. So back from a water break with Penny, and let's go talk about what we have to do to get my reverse to work on this transmission. First thing I gotta do is I gotta remove these wires, because it was thought that we could run the roll control into the solenoid also. So here's the solenoid, the reverse lockout solenoid right here. So the easiest way to do it is you run it to the brake light switch, and when you run the brake light switch, when you press on it, it will energize the solenoid. So when you press the brakes, it'll energize the solenoid. You can put it in reverse because that makes sense. You would have your foot on the brake. So that's the idea, and that's normally how everyone wires it. So we're gonna try and do that right now. So here's what we're gonna do. Oh my gosh, my daughter wants to be the camera operator now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug this into the solenoid. I'm gonna ground it. I'm gonna run 12 volts off to the brake light switch over here with this probe, connect it to the other side. If we hear it, I'm gonna hook the battery up. Press on the brake pedal, the solenoid clicks. That means you should be able to go in reverse. Should. I'm pushing on the brake pedal. And see it lights up?
Yeah.
And then you can hear over here, click it?
Yeah. It's clicking.
Yep. So that means that should work. Cool. All right. I'm gonna wire this up, get it ready, run a wire down here, make it a little bit cleaner, find out where these are going, get rid of them, and we should have reverse now. Hopefully. Okay, so here's what we got going on now. Ran the wires, put them in this braided loom. I'm gonna run a rivet right here, and then I have a cover that goes over the tunnel. I'll crimp these to the power, and this one will go to ground. Yeah, this is what I had laying around. So I'm using this wire for power, this wire's for ground, but this will be a bit cleaner. It'll stay with the car. And all I have to do is uncouple the solenoid, and then you can remove the transmission from the car. Since I'm here also, I'm taking off all of this stuff, just because it was soundproofing and heat shield, and it made the car really quiet when it was stock, and it was really great to drive cross country and stuff in. We don't need that stuff anymore, let's just be honest. So I'm just gonna peel all this stuff off, make it a little bit easier because I want to paint the floors. Okay, moment of truth to see if I actually got the reverse to work. Feel confident-ish. That means the solenoid's activating. That's a good start. Nope. I mean, there is something going on. This plate is pretty loose, so let me tighten up the plate and then let it roll forward and see if we can go in reverse. All right, let's start the car and see if it works this time. Yes, we have reverse. We have reverse. I'm so excited right now. You have no idea. Yes, I finally have reverse gear. I can drive this car on the street now. Awesome, we got a win. Dude. I still gotta get this, which is the cover, my tunnel cover, because as you can see, T56 Magnum takes up a little bit of space, and yeah, there was a little extra cutting, but hey, whatever. So I'm waiting for my drill to charge up. I will go ahead and drill a hole, then I'll find a small washer, and then I will rivet this in place. And then once I see where that hits, I'm gonna cut that right there, Jose made for me, and then I'm gonna go ahead and clearance that out, and we should be good. I might even put a grommet around the hole to help make sure it doesn't cut in anything. And then, there you go. Whew, man, got a victory today. Something else is probably gonna happen though. I am gonna write it down in my book. I actually have a book here. This book actually has about 3 years in it, which is cool. Like Scotto keeps a book of what he's doing. I keep a book on what I've done. So I know exactly like on this day what I did. So like right now, 2018, I didn't have the car here, so I just put Watch Garage, and then Kall Out Kings 2019, and now we just put a battery in it, and I brought the car home. Right now I'm gonna write it down. I got reverse gear to work by powering the solenoid. So I like to keep that for, you know, just so I know what I've done. Braided loom is now mounted up with a rivet to keep it out of the way. Didn't have to cut anything out of my tunnel cover. That didn't have to worry about it. It came right in the corner, so it worked out fine. So you can see right here, it's right there. I will end up finishing this up a little bit, sanding it, painting it. That'll be cool. I literally just got my car to have reverse. That's it. Had play dates, kids came by, had friends come over. Yeah, dad life. But whatever, we have reverse, it's a win. So tomorrow we'll start filming again and we will get more done. Word. So right now we're gonna get the tilt front end to actually tilt. It has a couple issues that have to be worked out real quick. Well, I don't know if real quick, we'll see. We're gonna cut some stuff, just get it to function. Actually tilt forward so you actually get to the motor. Because during Winter Nationals, we just unpinned it, unbolted it, took it out, put it on the ground. Not ideal. The whole idea is to have it tilt forward so we can get to everything. Let's talk about what has to be done. So like it clears fine on this side, but it does not clear fine on this side. It's probably about maybe a ½ inch too long, maybe. So let's cut it back. I'll get a protractor so I can match the angles, and we'll cut it and then get this to tilt forward. Next issue we have is it doesn't fit real good right here. And I'm thinking the culprit is that on here, this sticks out way too far. So I might shave this side down or replace this nut with a thinner nut and see what happens. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We're gonna work on that a little bit. So right now that's it. Okay, so we got the front clip off. So I measured this to where the original A-arm mount was, because it's basically should be the exact same spot on the frame. And this is 15.5 from here to there. And when I measured this actually ended up being a 1/4 inch longer from here to here. And this is the side it's hitting on it. So you can see some wear here and you can see some wear right there. So it's exactly a 1/4 inch too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this protractor and find the angle of this cut and then make it the same on this side. So at least they look the same. And then we should have clearance to get this front clip over. So when we tilt it forward, we shouldn't hit this anymore. And it'll be a little bit cleaner and we should be okay. That's what we're gonna do right now. So we're gonna see what the angle is on this side. And it says it's 132.6, which is about as accurate as I'm gonna get because the frame rolls up here, but it's flat in the back here. And let's go see what this side is, which might be a little more difficult because we have to get on the inside. 129, it's not that far off. We're just gonna cut it because one, you're not really gonna see it. Two, I was really curious to see if I can get the angles. It's gonna be an eyeball thing. We're gonna whiz wheel this rivet out. I'm gonna mark it here and just go a 1/4 inch all the way down to here and go straight. So that's what we're gonna do. Here to there. just gonna cut it and knock it back because we got nothing really kind of holding the front of this together now. I mean, there's this cross member, there's this massive cross member. It's not that big of a deal, but there's a lot of weight from the shackle, and that's the only thing I'm kind of concerned about. So we're definitely gonna have to box this in again, which means I'll have to get a piece of metal and then weld it in. So as long as I get everything clean, I can box in a new piece, we're good. All right, so we cut off the piece of the frame that was sticking out past where we need to be for the tilt front end to go up and down. So just cut it off real quick, and now we'll test fit it to see if it actually worked. What's the worst could happen? It doesn't go up and down still? We just keep cutting it, it's fine. All right, so we cut some more out of the frame on this side. It didn't clear still, but it should work now. Now we're just gonna make some stops out of some steel and just tack it right here on top of it, bump, and I'll stop on this. That way it won't overextend itself, and we'll cut it again like this happened. One step closer to getting this to do something. This is taking way longer than I thought it would. Way longer. So this is a problem with having a bolt-on guy who tries to do any kind of welding or melding metals together, has no experience, and not using really the proper stuff. So yeah, tack is a very loose term in this. It's keeping these pieces right here in place, sorta-ish. So yeah, I might have to go see Dan about a little welding tutorial and come back and actually do those properly with some better equipment. But for right now, it can actually lift and tilt this up a little bit, and it actually stays in place, so that's good. It functions how it's supposed to now, that's good. So yeah, now we have a tilt front. We have reverse, it's a win, and it works great. And now we have a tilt front end. Now we'll see if we can get the front end on the sides to come in a little bit better. What I'd like to do now is look for that thinner nut. But we could actually just take this piece right here and file it down like 1/8 of an inch, 3/16 maybe, get that to work. Or even just get rid of these completely and just rivet it in. So this way this panel gets closer to the car. Just shaving down that plastic guide with a pin. Shave the backside of it off and it fits. I mean, it's not perfect, but this panel was never gonna be perfect in the first place. But I mean, yeah, you'll say, well, it still sticks out. Like, yeah, it does. Well, let's go look at this side. Whoa, so yeah, I'd say this side hasn't been touched yet. We're gonna do this one next, but you compare it to this side, and this looks way better. I mean, this is doable. You can open the, you could open the door on this side anyways. You have a real hard time opening the door on the other side because it sticks out so far. When you open this door up, you really have to push it in to get it around the door. I think we're gonna shave this side down, and that'll make it doable. It'll definitely work better. It definitely needs to be like that, but there's no way to fix that because it's pinned here now. If it was pinned down here, that should have been the way to do it. We want to shave down this side, and it fits much better. It's still pretty far out there, but it is fitting better. And maybe we'll have to put it, because the hole is actually right here. We could just maybe move up the stud for the hood pin and run it straight through here, and then push it down a little bit more, and maybe just pin it down here so it actually fits really well. So there you go. We got reverse. We got the hood that tilt forward. Some really horrible, I wouldn't even call welding. I don't know what you even call that. That's, I mean, you could use chewing gum, it probably been better. Whatever. I get my tutorial from Dan, and we shaved those off so that it fits on the sides, fits a little bit better. So I'd say that's a win. I would like to get the headlights in it, turn signals in it, and then I'm gonna like lay this out on a piece of paper, and then transfer that paper, and then we can design an Illustrator, take it to the plasma table at work, and cut out a grill. But I think for right now, I think we're good right now. Is Gunner gonna be the camera off now? Your camera off for me? It's the Gunner cam? Nice. What? So I'm gonna go back and doing dad life now, and then we'll come back and do some more. Front end tilts. This is my reverse. I got two kids fighting over the camera.
Give me.
Car.
I'm not even going to
Whoa! Please don't. Just don't drop the camera.